guy who works at the Eisenhower building, works with the White House.
This is a huge bridge.
What if I was insurance guy? So kind of testing these companies, some of our people on government owned, and it's not just companies. What about X5?
Wow, look how big this is.
Okay, so James, tell me, we follow up kind of to our last interview. What are you working on now? What can you tell me? And what is the attitude? You sort of touched on it with the Trump administration, and that you don't want to be seen as an enemy. You see that Tulsi Gabbard is referring people for criminal prosecution.
We're slowing down. We're slowing down. We're slowing down.
What are you seeing from inside of the Trump administration?
Huh?
It really is to be determined. We're approaching 100 days. Again, I see
container ship. Yeah.
I
We're getting ready to go on a span here in a minute.
Within the deep state haven't been arrested yet. And here's what I would say to you, Benny. If Kamala Harris was the president, right? What are the odds that someone like me, or someone on the right, what are the odds they're being indicted? 100%? 90%? Okay, let's agree it's 100% likely. So I guess the question, and this is a rhetorical question, I don't know the answer to this. Why does that dynamic exist?
This is the Chesapeake Bay,
y'all. It's 100% the case that people would be indicted or arrested. And the only answer I can think that's rational is, well, maybe they're just taking their time and they're doing the right thing. I don't believe in political
and it's a suspension bridge.
The ACLU defended me when the FBI raided my home. A liberal group defended me. I'm not about political.
The other side's not made like this.
There should be equality before the law.
No, it doesn't look like it has a little roof thing over the top on the other side.
Weird.
I'm working on a massive story, not just a dating investigation, but a real big government corruption investigation.
Apparently this bridge is 4.5-ish miles long and
on the theme of Doge and some of the bigger graft and corruption. I'm really building
186 feet up in the air.
Multiple people on tape, not releasing it right away, and it'll come out in the next month or two.
Look at that big crane.
They're breaking the law. So the question is, does the U.S. attorney in that jurisdiction have the will to actually enforce the law? I think they will. I think this one is going to lead to indictments.
We're off of one of the spans anyway.
Because without accountability, our notion of
looks like we got another span up here.
Accountable for anything.
Yeah.
Then
keeps going.
Probably redoing like building another thing.
This is something.
We are getting closer to the water though. We're not as high up anymore.
Yeah, no. That was a long ways up in the air.
Yeah.
Don't understand. They just discovered something horrible. It's horrible. And you're gonna love it because that's what she says. I'm not gonna get ahead of the president, which is always a thing you say when something goes cooking. At the very same time, Trump does this. Tweeting Chuck Schumer,
bouncy little crazy little thing, right?
Could possibly be a corruption with Chuck. No, that couldn't possibly be the case.
Yeah, we have a little overhang thing right there, but it's not as long.
Desire immediate arrests, but I can say that as someone who's really involved in rooting out high-level corruption. I haven't released it yet. I'm talking about a massive bunch of.
We are still on the bridge.
If I just put out a base hit right now, which I can do,
Traffic's getting slower up here.
But maybe someone doesn't get arrested because they're going to say it's an inchoate crime. They're going to find some technicality or whatever. So it does take time for someone like me as an investigator. I'm not in the government, but as an investigative reporter, prosecutors do something with my materials. I really have to get
oh yeah, it's probably freezing.
So I can't just go out and spill what I'm working on.
We still got about 2-3 months before the water gets
with my ability to finish my
decently
so I will say that, in fairness to the people who are probably trying to hold these people accountable.
Even then, I think it's
that's
like
the other side of things.
A trick.
And
the water may be warm a little bit, but I feel like the outside air is hot enough that you don't care how cold the water feels.
My team with the Ashley Biden diary. So let's give it
gets
another
to like
month
80
or so,
degrees.
another 2 months.
Oh, okay.
100 days in, and see the progress there.
Okay, well, we await.
It's a little bit windy. Look at a few little white caps out there.
Obviously,
Yeah.
when James says things like this,
Pretty.
when James says, when other people come on the program and say,
But we're
like, the
still
work I'm
driving
doing
on
is
the
going to lead to
bridge.
indictments, the vast majority of them haven't ever done that.
But
James,
Jenny,
actually,
if the work-
James
if
has
the
done
work-
that.
Yeah,
James
I'm-
did that. James has done this.
I mean, I've known you for 15. Remember the Acorn story? There were like 5 or 6 tapes. If the work that I'm about to release, I'm talking about in a month and a half, doesn't lead to indictments, then I'm
Yeah,
going to come
the
on your
crab pots
program
out there.
and I'm going to be pissed
Is that
off.
what those are? Crab
Because
pots?
Yeah.
I have these people breaking the law, and I
Buoys
got to
in the
give them
water
more.
over there.
All
So they
the
don't,
little white things.
come out some
Yeah, they're crab
technicality.
pots.
But I'm going to be upset at these prosecutors, and I will hold these prosecutors accountable. I'll investigate them because, you know, we are a nation of laws. We're supposed to be equal before the
Be a
law.
no wake
equal
zone
before
through there,
That's what the United
probably.
States is all about.
Yeah.
This is our opportunity. But I have faith. Content is king. You catch them on video. Stay tuned.